Hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest episode of Square Triangle. I am Decavolty, as always, hosting here with X and Sharky.
Hello.
Hello.
We're covering SummerSlam.
Maybe the last SummerSlam we cover.
Maybe last SummerSlam we're covering. The reports are in the press. I hate saying the reports are in because it implies we got it from a dirt sheet. This is an actual, real press release.
So let's put the timeline here. So these episodes are evergreen on the internet. Today, when we were recording, they announced that WWE would be leaving Peacock to go to ESPN. ESPN's monthly service is $30, which is vastly more expensive than the $10 for Peacock. Yes. So just kind of they're really relying on their fans to have some kind of loyalty to triple the price of their monthly pay-per-view or PLEs, which haven't been hitting lately. So
yeah, and on top of that, spreading your company's content across 3 different streaming platforms, because I think right now it's just the PLEs that are going, but yeah, they'll still have like all of the other stuff on Peacock, and then they'll have Netflix on Raw. Yeah, they'll have Raw on Netflix, and if you're gonna try to get $30 a month out of people, don't do a pay-per-view like this, because it wasn't bad. It was just extremely mid, I thought.
Yeah,
I thought the pay-per-view was okay. I do agree. There was 13 matches total?
There was a total of 12 scheduled matches and then 1 impromptu match.
Got it. So 13 matches.
Yeah.
That happens in every other promotion. But I think night one, I think universally we agreed night one kind of fell flat for us.
I'm not going to night one sucked. Night one sucked until so this pay is weird because night one sucked, and then the final thing kind of hit high, and then day 2 was like almost good throughout it, and then it just like hit like a wet fart at the end. Like they completely like inverted the energies of both nights.
Kind of like how they did with WrestleMania 41. And I just thought that you add them up collectively, you get a pretty mid show, and we're gonna talk about what happened on night 2 and night 1's endings, but overall, I kind of seem to have a problem with the direction WWE is going at the moment.
We were talking about because I watched these with my buddy Josh. We were talking about this, like their roster just isn't deep enough to keep things fresh. So they're having to rehash a lot of these stories and a lot of like feuds and everything. And it's like, man, can we just like do something? You need to get the NXT guys onto the main roster faster. You need some new blood in these feuds and stories. Yeah, that man is rotting. I mean, he's still NXT champion, but he's rotting in NXT when he could be on the main roster.
Trick Williams.
Well, Obafemi in parentheses, especially since you won't put almost on the main roster.
Yeah, like what the fuck is almost doing right now? He's just there. Yeah,
they're doing everything with Omos, but putting him on WWE television.
Technically, WWE owns 3 companies now. There's no reason why the same faces need to be on every fucking card.
Yeah. I just think WWE has a major problem utilizing their lower card talent. They really do. Yeah. They don't do anything with them except keep them off television. And with 3, and like you said, Sharky, with 3, different companies that you pretty much own and run now, you should have some kind of depth in your roster to where you can move people around and try to utilize them a little better and then feature them more. And they just can't do it.
I will say they did finally get Mr. Iguana on WWE television.
They did, and you hear the crowd reactions because it's like he's cool, he's funny, he's new. People aren't tired of him because like everybody on this card feels like we see them literally every pay-per-view now. Like
and I want them to do that more. Like do more of that. Especially if they're getting these kind of crowd reactions from the fans.
Yeah. So let's start with night 1. We do kind of have a high spot, or kind of like a high part of the night here with the first match. Mm-hmm. It is the 2 Brawns Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed from Seth Rollins' new faction, The Vision, is what they've officially have dubbed it, versus the Stockholm Syndromed Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. Because apparently, no, they've like thrown that entire storyline out the fucking window. Like, it's just, it's like, oh, Roman's back. Roman's getting his ass kicked. He needs to get his family back, and everybody's just kind of like forgiving him.
WWE like, rule of law. If it's over a year old, it didn't happen. Even though there's plenty of tape and YouTube going on around.
They will definitely I'm almost certain they'll reference it at some point. They have referenced it. That's why Drew McIntyre crashed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a good 20-minute tag match. I really like Bronson and Braun being on the main roster and being like portrayed in this like position that they're in on the card. I mean, you're feuding with Roman Reigns and main event Jey Uso, and like they're being allowed to look strong, which is very refreshing.
Strong specifically on this very dominant world champion and this extremely over guy.
Yeah.
Like, I say this every time we see Jey Uso. He is still after like a year and a half, after like some, bungled booking with his world title run, some bungled booking with his IC title run. Like, he is still extremely over with the crowd.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and don't let the internet tell you any different, because they're just tired of it, but nobody else is. Like, the Creed is still having full stadiums and arenas just going along with the yeet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of this match is Jay kind of being double teamed by these two guys. Roman is the hot tag in this match before everything kind of breaks down and we get bodies on the outside of the ring and all that.
There was that spot you were talking about where Braun Breaker almost like tore his tendons.
No, it's just like he dives from the apron onto Roman on the announce table, but like the way that he comes down, it looks like his shins like hit the table first.
I think his knee hit first, which is still not
something
great,
hit.
But like,
that man like thudded against that table though.
I think this was a common theme in this match because like Roman dove and almost broke his neck. Braun.
Yeah, Roman overshot everybody outside of that ring.
Like, that man got saved by whoever was tallest in that dive.
That he
also
easily
did a
cleared
dive and almost broke his neck too.
Yeah, like Roman like launched himself and easily like missed the mark. Like the top half of his body was behind everybody he was supposed to hit. Like they caught his legs.
You can see him putting his hand out like that to stop him from landing directly on his forehead.
He's like, "Oh, shoot!"
Yeah, he was like, "Oh fuck!" It's like, but Roman and Jay do pick up the win. Kind of where does this go? Well, we'll get to that like at the end of the night and everything, because it seems like Rollins is kind of going to be preoccupied with something for the time being. So like Roman and Jay beating up his henchmen, just I don't know where this goes.
It doesn't actually go anywhere. It just keeps all four of these people in, gives them a pay-per-view paycheck.
Yeah. It keeps the gears rolling.
Some matches don't have to be anything, and I think this is one of those matches that isn't anything.
No.
Yeah.
It just continues the story, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of good stories, though, the Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus this new version of the Judgment Day, which is Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, because people are gone or people are injured.
Morgan's injured. Is she injured or is she recording?
She's injured. I think she's injured. Okay. For the women's tag team championship, I think it's better to get, for this case, I think it's better to get the belts off of Judgment Day and put it onto two of your top women.
Yes. I look, I am Charlotte Flair's biggest hater. I don't like her. I think she's like, I think when she speaks, there's like a black hole around the ring.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot going on there. I also don't like her moonsault, but that's whatever. That's not the point.
Yeah.
But I will say, putting her with Alexa Bliss was a good idea.
It's the WWE formula of big woman, small woman tag team.
Yes. And it works. And I'm like a goddamn, person, being reeled in every goddamn time.
Okay, I may be on the small percentage here that I don't have any issue with Charlotte. I have more issues with how WWE portrayed her over the years.
Yeah,
as this kind of title chasing, queen.
Had to be like her daddy.
At the
she's
main
like
event.
she's like what 14-time women's champion, and it's like the people below her is like 10. Like she's still like the top dog of the women's championship history.
But the thing is, they finally figured out how to use and portray Charlotte in a different light. Her being more endearing and more comedic.
Yes.
With Alexa Bliss and being more open with her. That drew the crowd back to her.
Yes.
And if they had just figured this out years ago, she wouldn't have this much hate as she has right now.
Exactly. All of that to say, this current storyline, I'm with it. I'm on board.
I'm 100% behind this.
Yeah.
And putting the belts on Charlotte and Alexa was a good idea.
Yes.
I thought.
There was a good moment here too for the storyline of Alexa accidentally taking out Charlotte when the Judgment Day dodged. And then Charlotte gets back into the ring as Alexa Bliss is setting up for, the Sister Abigail kind of DDT that she does. And you have Charlotte rush in and big boot either Raquel or Roxanne, I can't remember who, to protect her so they can get the pin.
She booted Raquel out of the ring.
Yeah, so you're like watching it and like the expression on her face and how Alexa sold it. It's like, oh, this is the turn, isn't it? Like this is Charlotte doing it. But no, she saved Alexa. And they win the titles, and they have like a little moment of being happy with each other before, like kind of shrugging each other off like they have been doing. So it's like fun.
This is the no, we don't actually like each other, but we kind of do.
This is a very natural feeling, like friend, like rival friends kind of thing.
Yes,
it's the play. It's the play for rivals. They kind of don't like each other, but secretly they really do.
You guys remember?
They're like sisters in a way.
Do you guys remember when it was the Brothers of Destruction versus Kai and Tai, and Kane is trying to go for the last ride, but like Funaki flies off the back, and then Undertaker's like, no, this is how you do it, and then they're like, spend the next like 5 minutes power bombing them. I want Charlotte and Alexa to do something similar.
So we have new women's tag team champions. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, both of these people are reliable. Well, like X says, the biggest problem with Charlotte is just how WD chose to present her over the last decade or so.
Yes.
It's just kind of been...
that's probably where most of my grief came from, is how the WWE has portrayed her over the years. Yeah,
it's just been, she's just constantly been like pushed to the top and everything. And she was the one that ended Asuka's streak too, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, like there's no reason for Charlotte to beat Asuka when she came out of NXT on her undefeated streak. Like literally anybody else. Just, you don't have to have it be Charlotte.
But again, it's just the way she was portrayed. And now they, after, I don't know, over a decade, they finally fixed it. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah. So those are like our two big matches to kind of start, big names in these matches. And then we have this kind of nothing match that I think was just put here because they had to fill out 2 nights of matches.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time of us recording this, also apparently Karrion Kross's contract runs out this weekend, and they haven't approached him with a new deal. So
it sure does.
So if this was his final match,
free agent.
If this was his final match against Sammy, I guess it makes sense to get him on the card. But it's an 8-minute match of him trying to make Sammy look like a bad guy. Like even with a pipe in his hand, Sammy doesn't beat Karrion Kross with it. He just discards it and gets a clean win.
It's just kind of like this story. I liked this story. I liked that the way they portrayed it is Karrion Kross being like, "Hey man, everyone else I talked to, they eventually listened to me."
Yeah.
And you talk about the New Day turning AJ Styles for a little bit there.
But it's so weird with Kross because he does that. Yeah, he's like, hey, I'll talk to you and I'll get this little idea in your mind that you have to start being like a bad person. You guys start being more violent to win things. But like if he just leaves, it's just kind of like there was no real big payoff. It was just him being there and like doing things.
Well, I think the point I think the point they tried to make was that Sammy's moral integrity is so strong that he can't be corrupted. I guess that was the thing they tried to get he was trying to get across with Kerry with Sami Zayn, but the story build was kind of better than some of the matches they had.
With this character that Karrion Kross had in WWE, kind of being this like guy who gets into your head and the devil on his shoulder, and like it starts making you realize like I can't be a good guy anymore. Do you think WWE just didn't think the audience would connect with it?
In a sense, I don't know. I couldn't tell you because
is that too much? Is that like too high Q of a story to tell with a wrestler in WWE?
It's definitely outside the box, but the thing is, they've done that before. Because if you remember Sean O'Hare from back during the Ruthless Aggression era, they had him effectively do the exact same thing. The only problem was he got over with that. You know, he turned face same way as Karrion Kross. You know, the crowd started cheering for him as well. So it's not a story that's, I mean, it's outside the box, but it's not uncommon. You know, they do come back to these kind of stories every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I guess it's just like what he was doing. I don't think there was ever like a big like in-ring promo segment with it to kind of like get it out there. It's always been like this backstage stuff. I just don't think they probably gave it enough time to be out there as like promo work and all that, and kind of explain like why he's doing stuff.
I'd like to see some vignettes.
Like some vignettes or something, but it was just him like showing up backstage and like being around and talking to people, and then like those people start being, you know, a little bit more aggressive. But
a lot of this is also stemming from the fact that Karrion Kross hasn't been doing anything, and the fans are now demanding for Karrion Kross. Like, cannot be denied that Karrion Kross has some form of connection with the audience.
Yeah,
and he needs to, and they need to showcase him, and the fans are making that be known. And so, what's going to happen? So what's going to happen is this storyline is going to run its course, and either they keep Karrion or not. And if they keep him, they might put him in a different storyline after this that might be more suited to his talents.
Well, I want to say, like, I think Triple H just doesn't give a shit, because even when the crowd was chanting, you know, "We want Kross" during his whole interview segment after like whatever happened, it was like either the day after or I think it was the Raw or something, but he was like, yeah, you hear him, they're chanting, "We want Brock." Like, he's just completely buried the "We want Kross" chants.
I want to get into him. I want to get into that stuff with him later on, because I got a lot to say about that.
Like, I just don't think Triple H gives a shit. I think Kross is on his way out.
I really don't think he cares either. But it's not just Karrion Kross, you know.
It's a bunch of wrestlers
it's a bunch of stuff.
It's Triple H. Triple H is a very creative booker, but if he doesn't like you, he just doesn't like you.
They have like some of the best luchadors on the planet. They have Dragon Lee on their roster. That man's SummerSlam appearance was being sad about the pizza being taken by Tozawa segment.
Yes.
Yeah, they were pretty much used for a Papa John's commercial.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, if I was Dragon Lee, I demand my release. It's like, you brought me in, you hyped me up, and then you hire the Lucha Brothers, and now I'm in a fucking pizza segment. Like,
this is what they're doing with this talent. You know, who could be, top level talent. This is what they're doing with them. We're advertising them for Papa John's. Let that sink in.
It's just, I'm like, God, you guys have such a roster of people, but the moment they don't fit your like predetermined, like, we want this guy to be the face of the company, there's just nothing happening.
Mm-hmm.
A match that deserved more time for this next one.
For sure.
This match deserved more time. The performers are great. They got 7 minutes. It's Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill.
I want to say yes because of how good both individual competitors are. But what has happened every time Jade Cargill has gotten a longer match in AEW?
It starts to show where she is missing
experience.
Yes, the gaps start to show.
I understand that, and and that's probably the reason why they cut these matches short. But the whole purpose of a wrestler getting and better and improving in the ring is if you can do these, long, 10+ minute matches, so they can gain those kind of reps to get better at it.
If she was going to do that, she would have done that already. Like she had all this time in AEW.
I mean, that's true, but like I said, she's not bad per se. She's
not.
You see it.
She's a great wrestler. She just after like 8 minutes, that's it. That's all you get with her.
I think if the match goes off the planning, I don't think Jade has the skill set to improvise it. Like, I think Jade has to stick to a strict match structure to be good in the ring. It's just frustrating because I think Tiffany deserves like so much more from this, and Jade being an opponent is like a chance to showcase both of them. And it's like they got Tiffany 7 minutes. Like
both Tiffany and Jade haven't been wrestling for like that long either.
Yeah, and they're both great. Like Tiffany's great as a champion, but I just feel like her title reign is probably getting, laid to the wayside a little bit. And it's like
her title reign. The other most memorable thing that's happened in her title reign is Charlotte Flair brought up Ludwig in a promo.
Yeah, like what the fuck are we doing here, Trips? It's like
this is why
what frustrates me too is that you have these two performers and Sami Zayn, and their matches combined got less time than Jelly Roll's match. Like,
see, this is why I say, like what Deca said earlier about Triple H being a creative booker. Yes, he can be when he actually applies himself.
Yes,
and
when he gives a
like
shit.
Yeah. Like I said,
you get shit like this.
If he don't like you, he don't like you, and that's just how that's been true since he was a wrestler.
But that's the problem. Like, even if you don't like somebody, you can at least come up with something creative for them.
If the fans like them, and it's the money. If the fans want to buy merch, if the fans want to support them, make your money. Like, just
this is my biggest issue with WWE right now. It's just they don't apply much effort to the people that they don't like. When these people, you can draw money from fans. Even if they're not main eventers, the crowd still likes them.
LA Knight was not on the show. LA Knight was not on the show at all.
Perfect example.
Like, if I was LA Knight, I'd be looking for the fucking exit right now too. Like,
and he's exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about this stuff, because LA Knight should be, at least smelling the main event, or at least upper mid card at best, but they didn't let them off the entire show. And then on the next night on Raw, he gets jobbed out to Seth Rollins in the main event.
Yeah.
So
it's WWE saying, you like this guy? Fuck you. Like, it's
fuck
like,
you for liking him too.
We have our plans. We don't care if he will sell merchandise or anything. We're not going to make him world champion because we don't want to. Yeah. It's like WWE people back in the day, like when you hear people talk about like old school wrestling, like in the 80s and everything, a lot of it was like a meritocracy. If you were good, if you connected with the fans, the company would reward you. They would capitalize on your popularity. But now we're at this point where I guess WWE is just too big to fail, where they just don't have to give a shit anymore.
I don't think that was necessarily true, because I think there is other that's a whole other debate for another episode.
They're currently $3 billion in debt.
That's
just want to point that out.
God, they cannot die fast enough. Like,
no, it's gonna be a long, slow, wet fart. I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
It's like, shit. It's like, fuck, we're in debt. We just bought AAA. It's like,
but I also don't think they're going to die anytime soon, because
they won't.
They have an infinite money glitch.
I don't mean to spill a bunch of diarrhea on the company, because my friends watching and they enjoy it, but it's just like right now I'm seeing everything that's wrong with it plainly in clear sight, and I just can't ignore it much longer. I'm having a much harder time ignoring all of the issues that they're having right now.
I am seeing shades of pre-AEW WWE coming back.
Yeah, like 2018, 2019 WWE to be exact.
Misplaced focus on certain wrestlers, the ignoring of certain wrestlers. You got Mariah May in your company, and her first feud is based on her calling Jordan Grace ugly based on old pictures. What are we doing here? Like, It's
you know what the way
I just
and the way they knew
WWE's whole like booking team, I think is just like so old school in their thinking, and so like, hey, this has to be for kids, so we can't do anything, you know, risque. We have to just make it like Mean Girls type shit for the women.
Yeah,
it's just like, no, fire all of them, new people. Like,
yeah, the way they nuked her mystique just needs to be studied, though. It does, because like really, you had this woman in AEW. She had a certain air about her. She had that aura, you know, like she had like supermodel serial killer vibes, and they just completely nuked it.
Yeah,
of course they did. That's what they do with That's what they do with all of them.
That was the whole.
You have to fit the mold.
Yeah, you have to fit their mold.
But she just became like another one of these women down there. You know, they got a stacked women's roster in NXT. If you're gonna have somebody like Mariah May, you got to make her stand out. And now it's just like she's just one of the girls.
The night of that promo, was just like one of the Twitter things that I saw was just like, huh, it really was Tony Storm after all, wasn't it? Like, but yeah, so it's WWE just
yes, Tony Storm carried that feud, but yes,
their decision making process and presentation of certain people just it needs to be studied. But and then I know Drew McIntyre was fuming that they got him out of England for this fucking match. This man was stuck in England with the wrong passport. He was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to make SummerSlam. And I'm starting to feel like this man was ducking this match. Like,
I would not be surprised if he was.
I would not be surprised either, because this is Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul versus Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. And
you know what?
Props to Jelly Roll for doing fucking great in this match. The man was winded by the end of it. You could physically tell, but the man performed. The man took a frog splash on the announce table.
Like this, I want to be clear that this is not a dig at Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll did great.
He seems like a good guy.
For a celebrity.
I have no problem with it. He seems like a good guy. Like he loves wrestling. He wanted to do this, but like it's the fact that it's the celebrities in these matches. It's just kind of like, we're going back to that time, aren't we? Like,
I think I would have preferred if this was just Jelly Roll against Logan Paul.
Yes.
Like, if that was the match, that would have been fine.
Then you have Drew versus Randy as a whole other match, and that match is probably match of the night.
That would have been.
Like,
that would have cool.
Exactly. Those guys would have cool every time.
I think though, I think this, all things considered though, I think this match is probably my favorite match of the night, because night one was kind of so subpar. Like the CM Punk Gunther match was good, but like it felt like it dragged on too long at times. But I really liked this match. I think
they were telling a pretty good story with that match, but
I didn't.
This match. This match is good, but
this is a passable match. What we could have had was probably leagues better.
Yes.
Jelly Roll did take some spots. Like the man got
bumped. I mean, kudos to Jelly Roll. Kudos to Jelly Roll. He did what he was supposed to do in this match, but like I said, it could have just been, you know, Randy and Drew, and I probably would have enjoyed that 100 times better. You know, and then we got Logan Paul. He got the same hot spot he always does.
He got the same hot spot.
With the frog splash.
Yeah.
Like he's pretty much a viral moment machine, and that was pretty much what that was for. The match was fine for what it was. I wasn't too thrilled with it, but it was, you know, yeah.
There was a funny moment when Jelly Roll was in the ring facing off against Logan Paul, and Logan Paul tagged out to Drew, and like Jelly Roll turned around and saw Drew, and you could like see the expression on his face changing from like hyped up to just like, oh no.
Oh shit.
It's so I'm like, okay, he's funny. I'll give him that.
Yeah, well, he's also, I believe he's in Reacher.
I think so. Maybe
he's like a random musical guest, so he's got a little bit of acting chops. And that's I'm gonna say it, as a celebrity in a wrestling match, that's all you need. You just need to be able to act
a little bit.
I think if I remember correctly, the pin on this match was Logan Paul pinning Jelly Roll, so it wasn't like
but that
the heel team won. Yeah, the heel team won. And we didn't get to see a travesty of Jelly Roll pinning like Drew McIntyre or something, which for as good as this match was, I'm like, what are we doing? It's like, why is Drew eating the pin in this match? But no, I think it was Logan Paul pinning Jelly Roll. Acceptable finish. You know, heel keeps their heat. And it's a celebrity. You know, he's not a real wrestler like the other three in the match. So a believable finish to what it was. Jelly Roll was just a guy in there with athletes. And like I said, he bumped great. You know, Randy getting the hot tag was good.
Mm-hmm.
And this was 17 minutes.
This is a fine
pretty good match.
It's just, you know, some of the time on this, I think some of the time I feel like this is a match that kind of went like a little longer than it should have.
17 minutes is probably a few minutes longer than it needed to be.
Well, what I was going to get at is they probably needed to, like, you know, kind of guide this, you know, Jelly Roll into his spots.
They also, well, I mean, they did also they did the hero spot too, where Jelly Roll's injured and being walked out to the ramp, and then he's like, no, and he runs back to the ring to,
yes,
you know, save Randy. Yes. I think he also ate a Claymore in this match.
He did,
which was pretty good.
He did. Yeah, no, like Jelly Roll, what the hell's his name? The one that went against Damian Priest a couple years ago.
Oh, Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Yes,
that match was great.
That match was great.
So that match was, I think, the best match on the fucking card that night.
Like, I am not comparing this match to any other matches. I'm comparing it to other celebrity matches. So I think Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest.
I mean, hell,
Bad Bunny and The Miz.
I think Snooki in WrestleMania once.
We did, yes. We also had Drew Carey at a point. I mean, WWE has done this for decades. I'm just gonna say
put that out of my brain.
I'm happy if this is the only Jelly Roll match we have. Like,
sure.
If this is it, I'm happy with this match. It's acceptable. It wasn't like a waste of my time. It was kind of good. I just don't really care to see him in any more matches. So heel team wins, kind of still building towards, you know, more of the pay-per-views down the line. And then the main event with an asterisk. Like, we have CM Punk versus Gunther. Going into tonight, I'm like, I don't feel like there's a way that this match ends that is satisfying to me. Either you have CM Punk beat Gunther, which just I feel kind of removes a little bit more of Gunther's mystique as like a strong wrestler. But then if you have him just beat CM Punk, it's like, yeah, what are we doing here then? Like, we knew Gunther was going to tear him apart.
That's kind of why it went 30 minutes, right? Is to like, you know, build that up of like which one of these is going to take it. Yeah.
And CM Punk wins. I mean, pretty good. I mean, it was like a pretty good back and forth submissions. Yes. We had strikes. 10 minutes in, 10 minutes in, CM Punk looking winded.
CM Punk till his chest bled.
They're both their chests bled. Like,
I was gonna say, Gunther chops CM Punk. He's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, you hear like, oh fuck. But like both of their chests are bleeding like by the end of this match. Yes. Gunther bladed either a little too deep or legitimately busted his nose on that table when he went down on it, because he came up fucking bleeding on his face. I know he
bladed, but when you could see it clearly during the replay, when CM Punk pulled his feet out from under him, he like landed on this part of his face. Yeah. On the table. So I think that actually did happen.
The thing is, like, the blade, like most people, you know, you'll blade the forehead and everything, but like it looked like his blade job was like done here, you know, like across the bridge of the nose, because that thing was just like coming down from his nose. It looked like he busted his nose.
Which is a good like, that's unique, even because you know like you say, usually they're bleeding from here, but if they're bleeding from here, it looks like they bust their nose. That's
the way he was selling it too. He's like constantly holding his nose, like trying to, you know, still do things. So so he's selling it like, fuck, I just busted my fucking nose. Like,
Gunther's really good at selling offense though, and this is why I think it's kind of lost in wrestling when you have heels that can sell like that. You know, yes. And Gunther he does a masterful job of doing it. You know,
I was gonna say that's also not just a WWE. That's like wrestling in general. That heels kind of get the hip to sell sometimes.
Yeah, he did it so well in his match against Ilya Dragunov too for the NXT UK title.
Yeah,
the fuck is Dragunov, man?
He's injured.
I think
is he still injured?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we need him back. Like
He also needs like a good 8-week vacation. He was kind of there every day of the week for a while.
On September 30th, a torn ACL and will be out for 6 to 9 months.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's
Close to being
ACL
back.
Injuries are no joke.
So
They also have to wait for creative to want to do something with him. So
they have to wait for a spot with him. And sidetracking to creative, if Ludwig continues to be as good as El Grande Americano, the fuck is Chad Gable gonna do when he gets back?
No idea.
Also be El Grande Americano. He's already doing that.
Two El Grande Americanos in 2 different companies at the same time.
They're kind of forcing the idea of multiple El Grande Americanos because there's been several of them coming out interfering in matches on Raw.
There was 3 of them on Raw last week.
Hear me out. The next Royal Rumble, just all El Grande Americanos. It's all of the wrestlers. It's all of the wrestlers on the roster, but they're all dressed as El Grande Americano.
The El Grande Royal Rumble.
Amazing. I'm gonna load that up into my 2K25 now.
So a lot of this match is Gunther trying to apply submission holds to CM Punk. CM Punk gets out of them and hits a double GTS to get the pin. It celebrates for all about 3 minutes. Before that music hits, it turns out everybody, including some people in WWE, got worked with his knee injury.
Oh, there was a video that came out where Becky Lynch was like watching from like down by the ramp, and it's like, "Oh, were we lying to you?"
No, she was like, "Oh, was my post misconstrued?" Or something like that.
Was I misleading?
Yeah. So Rollins' music hits, flanked by Paul Heyman. Comes out, drops the crutches, pulls off the knee brace. He is fully healed.
He was never injured.
Never injured. Runs in a 10-second match, takes the title from CM Punk, and is back.
Fantastic 4 colors.
And
honestly,
based. The second heist. The man has had 2 of the best cash-ins.
Yes.
Like, the man is built different for cash-ins.
He makes him big.
We have a nice little callback to how Punk was sitting when Drew lost the title.
Mm-hmm.
Punk lost the title in about equal time. So nice little karma. And even Drew McIntyre, I think, tweeted karma, like with a picture of it.
Right.
I really enjoyed this. This was cool. And the thing about it is you can also hear the crowd also pop for this. Like, they usually pop even for heels who, cash in Money in the Bank. But this was nuts.
I fully believe just nobody wanted to see CM Punk as world champion. So when Rollins' music hit and the crowd's like, "It's not happening," they're like, "Yes, let's go, Rollins."
Remember, it was also the fake out of like him coming out limping. I watched a bunch of interviews of him on like the Rich Eisen show after of like how he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I went to a fancy dinner with my wife. I went to a fancy steak dinner with my wife and Bianca Belair and Montez Ford, and still limped. I went to the beach. I was limping." The
man sold it in his real life. And apparently even his daughter asked, "Are you really hurt?" He's like, "No, I'm not really hurt. I'm doing it for work." And like his daughter went to class and said, "My dad's lying." So
yeah, that was great.
You can't tell kids that kind of shit.
They will snitch on kids that.
So we end night 1. Seth Rollins is your new world heavyweight champion. Also, probably from the sound of the cheers too, like the biggest babyface that WWE has right now. So we're about to get like a vindictive Punk feud, probably leading into this down the line.
No, they're gonna try to keep Seth heel.
These two fucking hate each other. I actually wouldn't be surprised if they're just like, "We're keeping you all away from each other right now." Like, but then we get to night 2 where everything was firing on all fucking cylinders.
Yes.
With the exception of one match, and it wasn't bad. I just feel like they booked it badly.
If it's a match I'm thinking of,
the creative ideas he had sucked.
Solo and Jacob was not booked the way that it should have been booked.
I agree with you for what it's worth. I'm just the words you were saying.
It's just like, God, I was like, I'm not mad. I'm just like kind of confused.
Yes.
Like,
I was disappointed. I really was.
But we start the night off high.
Yeah, no, this match cooked.
Naomi, Rhea, Io. Io is such a fucking blessing. She is the secret sauce in all of these women's matches. She is so good at what she does. Like,
well,
all of them did something, but like Io was like, Io always stands out to me.
All of them were so good. Like, and all of them have been in the business for a very long time now.
But this match was so good. And it furthers the storyline too that Rhea just has not been able to beat Io Sky.
Yes.
No matter how hard she tries. And like Rio looked like she was on the verge of a mental breakdown after this match had ended. She's like, it's losing
really funny
it.
That she has that like just about to crash out moment and then just picks up Io and takes her out.
Yeah. So again, these women worked well together. There was like the moments that Io does where like she'll have someone on the ground, she'll step on them to like step over them, and she's going up to the turnbuckle, but then Rhea comes over and steps on Naomi too to get Io Sky off the turnbuckle. And like the way that she stepped, you hear Naomi like, oh fuck from it, and it's like they just do all this shit. The end comes with Rhea hitting Io with a riptide and then getting thrown out by Naomi, so Naomi steals the win, pinning Io. Very good finish to this match.
Yes.
God, like these ladies killed it, man. These ladies killed it.
Naomi has had the best heel turn in this company this year, and we're talking about a year that had John Cena turn heel.
Yes,
you know, Naomi's character work, her dramatic change has been
working.
Money.
She is doing well.
Incredible.
Naomi went from being persona non grata after like dropping the tag titles and just bouncing.
Yeah, she went to TNA, remade herself, and came TNA, right back.
Yes. And has the character work she has done in this time has honestly needs to be studied by other people.
Yes. I'm looking at Naomi and I'm like, Naomi, please, like, just for like a year off contract, just take a sabbatical to Stardom or something. Like, show me what you can really do.
Well, not
I know it's
Stardom,
there.
but
I know it's there. I know it's there, Naomi. She just hasn't gotten the chance to really show it.
And when she does, I think she's going to rip it just like every other time she's done this year. If I had to say, I'm pretty certain I have her on one of my top 10 lists this year.
Yes,
by far,
absolutely,
because she is just incredible right now.
And every time we do one of these shows, we point out a match. Like, if you want to watch a good women's wrestling match, this is the match to watch on this card. Like, this match is just a good women's wrestling match to watch in general. If you want to get, a list of, matches on a playlist, like this is one of them. This match was fantastic. And the crowd was hot. It got the time it needed. It didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel overly long. Like, perfect booking in this match completely. And these ladies they work so well together. But eventually,
I think
eventually they're going to have to change it up though. Like, we can't have these three going at it forever, because then we'll start getting tired of it.
They're going to have eventually. I think I kind of want Rhea to move over to SmackDown, so she can kind of take the WWE Women's Championship, be in that kind of title scene, because I think right now the women on Raw just have the better talent, and I just think they need like a star like Rhea Ripley or an Io Sky over there to just kind of match what Raw is doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, also a spot that happened was Io did the drop kick on Naomi and then just did this, but Rhea joined her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That shit. Like this, that's another one of those things. Is like whenever the crowd, everyone in the crowd is fucking doing this.
Yeah,
you've got a star.
That's one of my favorite things about Io is like she'll hit you with some great looking move and then emote on your ass. Like
she is the equivalent of like hitting the gritty on you as you've died.
These Joshi wrestlers are just built different. That's all.
The Joshi wrestlers are built different.
They're just built different.
Constructed differently. Constructed with
just have it.
Venom in their veins most of the time. Yeah, a great a great start to the night, and then the wheels just keep on fucking spinning with this goddamn train wreck of a match that is my favorite match of this whole goddamn card. This match was so good.
It was insane.
So WWE remembered that they had a tag division, and they just threw everybody into this match. We have the White Six being represented by Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy, taking on who I call the Lucha Stepbrothers of Andrade and Rey Fénix. DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. Fraxium, pulling up from NXT, Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Motor City Machine Guns, remember them, they're employed. And the Street Profits. Street Profits are great every time I see them. And they do some great shit in this match too.
Yes.
So,
oh man,
this match added a little bit of a special sauce to it though, and that is multiple factions here have a lady with them. And the ladies got involved in all the best ways. And we got to see the PWG Candice LeRae come back for a bit as she was put through a ladder on the outside of the ring.
The PWG Candice LeRae up to and including getting thrown off a ladder by a man.
Yes. Well, so just jumping to that.
But also fuck you to
Candice. So jumping to that, Candice is trying to win the match for DIY. Montez bumps the ladder after being thrown into it, and Candice goes right to the outside on the bridged ladder setup and just like lays there dead for the rest of this match. And like there cuts to like Montez's face just kind of looking like, oops. It's like but this was after BFAB and also Sister Abigail and Nikki Cross were getting involved as well on behalf of Street Profits and the White Six. So we kind of had like a little bit of extra coming in, but the White Six get involved for most of this match, as we'll see down the line. But God, there's just so many good spots in this match.
Man, where do you even start with the spots in this match though? Because like they were.
I want to talk about
within 3 minutes.
I want to talk about Andrade launching Fénix up to the belt. That spot was insane. He got so much height on that jump.
Yeah, because he moved the ladder. I was like, what the hell they were doing? And he just like launched his feet.
He jumped up. Like, oh. He jumped up to stand on Andrade's shoulders, trying to reach the belt. And I was like, that is nuts. And then we have Tommaso Ciampa being insane, hanging on the fucking title belts, the title cord.
Yeah. And Tommaso Ciampa has some incredible core strength, by the way, because I think Nathan Frazier tried to go for the like edge, the spear spot.
And that's what he did. He dodged it into the upside down hang.
And he just pulls himself over the belts with his core strength. And I was like, that was impressive as hell. Because I don't think anybody else could have did that.
Tommaso Ciampa, not a young man. To be clear.
No, the man has been around since the fucking 2000s in this company. Like, it is he's probably not crazy.
How old is Tommaso Ciampa? Because I gotta look.
He's got to be like
late 40 years old.
He's got to be like in his 40s by now, but that is impressive.
He is exactly 40.
Yeah. So then we have your usual stuff. You have Andrade doing his like flip power bomb onto a ladder. He does it every ladder match he's in. We actually like know it. By this point, I was like, what's going to happen in this match? Andrade is going to power bomb somebody on a ladder and then come off the ladder holding his nuts, because it always happens. Yep. The man keeps busting his own balls. You had the Street Profits doing their like turnbuckle dive over 2 tables that had been set up in the corners to take out everybody on the outside.
Once again, constructed differently.
I think it was Axiom doing the old Ricochet Adam Cole spot with Gargano, where he goes to hit the flip off the rope and eats the super kick like mid flip.
Yeah,
like a bunch of cool callbacks here. But these teams just worked so well together.
Yeah, it was insane. It was so fast paced too, because like there were somebody going through a table like every 5 to 10 seconds. This match was really fast, and I was just sitting there like it was hard to keep notes for a lot of this because
it was
action was just going all over the place, and I'm like,
all
put together.
All of these tag teams wanted to show that hey, the tag team division exists, guys. We promise.
Yeah.
Also, they should have shown that they should have been on the WrestleMania card because it was criminal that they left the tag team division to offer that.
Correct.
So the big build up to the finish here is the White Six just have the numbers advantage in this. Uncle Howdy gets involved. Eric Rowan, I forget his actual name in the
Redbeard.
The Redbeard, like I forget his actual name as like a White Six member.
I don't remember.
So they come in, he kind of lays everybody out. Y6 have the only men standing. Joe Gacy goes up, pulls the titles off entirely, doesn't even disconnect the belts, just pulls the whole thing off the off the cable. And I guess they're going to do Freebird rules where the Y6 can have any two defend, because if not, it would be, you know, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy as tag team champions. But I think they're going to be able to swap it around to people.
Yeah, they should.
Loving Dexter Lumis's new look physically. Like the guy looked cool originally with like the full sleeves tattoo and everything back when he first showed up, but like the long dreads that he has now, man, looks fucking cool. Like,
I'm not a fan of, you know, white people with dreads, but
that's fair. But like, it's so crazy. Like, if you look at Dexter Lumis, it just shows like how good of a character he is too. Because you remember this guy showed up tormenting the Miz. This was the guy who was laying underneath the ring, looking up at the Miz as he was trying to escape the cage. Like in that comedy,
that was a great gimmick, though.
It was really good. He like abducted the Miz, and he comes back like looking terrifying now. Like he has this new energy to him, and it's just really good. Yes. Dexter Lumis. He's probably never going to like be like big. He's probably always gonna be like a faction guy, but he's going to be great. I like him.
He's always had solid character work, man. Like that dude is just, and yeah, he's always had this solid character. Even when he was in TNA as Samuel Shaw, you know, he's had that. Then, you know, hard worker. He really is.
One of my favorite things about a wrestler is like a wrestler who has, you know, they always say that shit of like, if you don't want to be a world champion, what are you doing here? But I want to buck back at that. And I think wrestlers who know their lane and know exactly what their character is and what it isn't, most importantly, I think those are the best. Those are the best wrestlers.
It's like, if you don't want to be a world champion, why are you here? I need a job and I'm a good mid-card guy. You can trust me.
I'm making $1 million a year. Yeah, I can't do that anywhere else.
It's like, hey, you're paying me. You signed this new hot talent and everything. You're paying me to make him look good. I know that's my role in this company.
You know, and you just take the cards you're given and you just use them. You know, some people are not going to be world champions.
Not everybody can be at the top. Like not everybody can be
at the top. But as long as you can fill your role, as long as you can fill your role, you're going to always have a job. And I think that's kind of the whole point of it.
You have guys who, you know, back in the day, you know, they just wrestled. They never were world champions, but we remember them because of their work ethic. You know, it's like those are the guys who I think have just like a better legacy, honestly. Like, hey, you were never really like one of the shining, you know, lights with the world title, but like we remember your matches. So
I still remember guys like Tom Z-Man Zank or Jim Powers and Paul Roman, because, you know, they were like lower mid-card guys, but they filled their roles perfectly. You know, it's basically the same thing here. Not everybody's going to be a world champion, but as long as you do something memorable, you won't be forgotten.
Yeah. But this match, if you guys can find it anywhere, just like watch this match. I'm not going to say get Peacock just so you can watch the replay. But like this match is so fucking good as a train wreck of a match. Also, I think this was the 25th anniversary of the original TLC match, and we had the Hardy Boys and the Dudleys in the audience to watch it. Apparently today they announced that I think at TNA's next big Bound for Glory event or whatever, like their next big pay-per-view is, they're getting the one last time with the Hardy Boys and the Dudleys against each other. And I'm like, what is the total age of people in that ring right now? It's like
475.
It's just like it. But I'm like, you know what? It was so funny because they were talking about the Dudleys and the Hardy Boys, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, what about that other team that was in the TLC match? Talk about the third team. Talk about the third team that was in that TLC match, guys. Like they mentioned Edge and Christian, but they never said anything past that. Like,
Shark, you know the answer to that.
I'm just sitting there and I'm like, talking a lot about the Dudleys and the Hardys. I know there was another team in that match. Like, but they didn't mention it. They didn't say Edge and Christian, but that was the only mention of those guys during this entire match. Yeah, a great TLC match.
Yes. Another, and this is one of those matches that it doesn't happen super often. Specifically like a tag team, spot match like this. But when it does happen, it's chef's kiss. Everybody from the Motor City Machine Guns to the Wyatt Six to everyone was just on board the entire time.
I mean, and this was like us missing shit. Like, people were diving through tables on the outside. Like, Dexter Lumis hitting a very shaky looking leg drop on somebody.
Yeah.
It looks like you had Axiom.
One direction, it would have broke someone's face.
Yeah, you had Axiom like going over to land on table, and it looked like his fucking legs hit the barricade. Like, there was a bunch of just shit happening in this match that we didn't even mention because there's just so much happening. But like, that shit did stick out. This Becky and Lyra match had no right being this funny. It was good, but God, this match had some really funny moments in it, especially when the chair got wrapped around Lyra.
I want to get ahead of this before we get to it. I'm so fucking tired of every clickbait generator on Twitter and even some on Blue Sky of and especially what's the meta one? I forget what it's called, Threads, where they're like, oh, the spot with the handcuffs the zip tie got messed up. I guess Lyra's going back to NXT. Like, shut the fuck up.
Unfortunately, it did get messed up. She had to go back under to get it cut off, I think. But
sure, but
it's a zip tie. Like, have you guys ever played with a zip tie? Like, the slightest thing tightens that shit, faster than a pair of handcuffs.
Some people have never worked in service industry, and it shows.
It's like, I'm an electrician. I have to work with zip ties to tie cables around. I know the slightest thing, that thing's like, oh fuck,
yes.
And you're having to fight it out.
Yeah.
So we have the very early on to that zip tie spot to keep Lyra's hands away, and Becky just kind of controls this match for majority of it. I mean, we get bursts of life from Lyra. She did lose her bird wings. You guys must watch the podcast.
I'm sad about that.
Somebody in WWE is watching the podcast.
I'm sad about that.
I guess it is showing,
stupid, but also it's her character.
I guess the thing though, that is signaling a change of character because she loses this match, which means that she's not able to get this title back for the time being. And I think we're going to start seeing her going down that road of I have to probably be less forgiving to people that I know. She knew Becky, and Becky beat the shit out of her. So
she also on Raw the next day got in Bayley's face.
Yeah, because Bayley showed up and, if I remember correctly, cost her the match.
Yes.
So
that's exactly what happened.
I do want to talk about that because when Bayley showed up, it was like Lyra had taken the stomp from the chair already that was wrapped around her. So Becky and Bayley are arguing, and you see Lyra laying on the ground with this chair around her mid chest, and the way that she's looking up at the two women was just so funny to me because she's laying there trying to sell this injury, but she's looking so goofy about it, and I'm like, oh, that's unintentionally very funny. It's
actually Becky Lynch made that her profile picture on Twitter.
What, the Lyra with the chair?
With the chair wrapped around her looking up like that. I was like, that is hilarious.
I don't know why. I think it's just the angle of the camera, but she looks so goofy, looking up at Bayley as she's arguing with Becky. But yes, ultimately Bayley does cost her the match. Becky retains. So as long as Becky is champion, Lyra can no longer challenge for the IC title that she is the inaugural champion of. That in itself is a good story to follow for Lyra.
Yes.
It's I was the first. I want that shit back. But I can't do it now with Becky. So I'm pretty sure if Bayley wins it, Lyra's like, you're open season, bitch. It's I'm coming for you. And I think that's good. I think keeping Lyra kind of around the IC title kind of helps build the prestige a bit, especially with the women that she might feud with for it. It's a new title. You want to definitely build a lineage of champions.
Which is why I think they're keeping the title on Becky longer, because she's the kind of person that could be used to build lineage in that title. She's been a former 4-time world champion. She hasn't been bad in this role, honestly, as Intercontinental champion prior to what most people would think.
Becky's a good heel. sometimes she kind of oversells, the heelness of it, but she's a good heel.
Yeah, she's a good heel. Her new theme song might be a bit. I don't know how I feel about that yet.
I'm not a fan of the Def Rebel ass. Like it's like after you get rid of the first part, it's fine. I'm
on the fence about that.
I hate that intro bit.
This time Becky makes a good chicken shit heel. I wish they did that with the previous heel one, but she was just like Gollum levels of goofy, but wanting her title and all that stuff. So I think this is fine for right now.
Yeah. And it's just the new theme song. It's like, get Def Rebel, baby. Like, just make it an adjective. Def Rebel, idiot. Get Def Rebel. You know what? Def Rebel's your song. It's like, yeah. So I mean, these women are great. Lyra's great. If we can get her into some new feuds until the title becomes open again, that'd be nice. I want to see her versus some other people now.
Forcing her to be in another feud. And
who knows who she can feud against? Like I know the women roster is a little deep, but
I think she goes against Bailey and for a little bit here, and then she goes somewhere else.
Yeah, so then we have to find an opponent for Becky.
She moved up to women's world title.
Yeah, now we have to find an opponent for Becky, though.
That's much easier.
Yeah. So not a bad match. The zip ties, not bad, but I guess it does lead. There is like a margin of error with tightness.
Did it look silly? Yes, I'll give it. It did nothing to take away from the match.
And things like there's handcuff spots on this card, which is why I think they didn't want to do handcuffs.
Yes.
I still think this match would have had the better handcuff spot than the match that actually had the handcuffs.
Just coming up next.
Which is next.
Solo Sikoa, the United States champion, versus Jacob Fatu. I want to know who booked this match because I just want to talk to him.
Turn the location on. I just want to talk.
Just turn the location on. I just want to talk.
Loads good. I just want to talk.
This was an okay 10-minute match. So this match is 12 minutes. For the first 8 minutes, this match was pretty good. Solo's trying to take the easy way out and just leave the ring. And Jacob Fatu is stopping him. He even tells the ref to lock that shit. Like, he's not getting out of this cage. And then at minute 9,
where Solo tried to leave, he just very casually tried to stride out, and Solo just Jacob just grabs him by the leg, like, what are you doing? Yeah.
And then about minute 9, we start to get the bloodline story going again, where the new bloodline, specifically Tongaloa and Talatonga, I think is
Talatonga,
because he's 7 foot tall. So
yeah, I guess I don't know.
Okay.
They get involved. They get into the ring. They're trying to help Solo get out of the ring. They handcuff Jacob Fatu. The camera eventually misses him breaking the handcuffs. But Solo wins by leaving. And then there's just 2 minutes of Jacob Fatu destroying the other 2 bloodline members.
Yes.
They finally get to the high spot of the match where he moonsaults. Yeah, when Jimmy Uso showed back up to help Jacob Fatu, which I guess that gives Jimmy something to do.
Yes.
But we're in a cage, and we know Jacob Fatu is crazy, so I'm waiting for the moonsault spot that may be, Solo rolls out of the way, that lets him escape. But it's no, they save that until the match is done, just so he can destroy Tongaloa and Talatonga. And leave the crowd's happy now because he did his top cage moonsault.
Yes.
And I'm just I don't know if this helped anybody in this match.
I think they want to keep the title on Solo for at least a little longer. So this is their way to do that. Which okay, fine, I guess. Yeah, it's just I don't know, the booking. I think they want Jacob chasing it a little longer before they give it to him.
Yeah, it's just I feel with the bloodline interference and Jimmy showing back up, I feel we're maybe missing a few minutes of the runtime that this needed. This match is 12 minutes long and it definitely just feels like 12 minutes.
Yes.
And I'm maybe a few more minutes to do the bloodline stuff and then have a more convincing Solo escape.
I do think that I think both handcuff spots were a little botchy, but I think the Jacob one specifically is because just the camera wasn't on.
The camera was not there. Like he's in the back. It like zooms in on somebody, and then he's like pulling it off and jumping down from the turnbuckle, and I'm like, they missed the handcuff break.
Yep.
But like, there was also the really funny moment where he's like trying to keep Solo in the ring, and Tonga Loa slams the door on them. And Jacob sells it like, oh, I got the door slammed on my head, but it also hits Solo, and he hears Solo like, like from hitting it in the fucking head before he drops out of the ring. Yeah, and I'm like, Tonga Loa just botched. He hit Solo with the door too. Like,
this was oh god, like this match.
It's missing time.
I think that's something. It's not just time. It's missing something else too. Like. This is one of those things like earlier when we talked about Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross, where the story build was just better than the match itself. And I really did think this needed a little more time to flesh this out because this really fell flat. And the production flops were kind of funny. I love me some unintentional comedy, so
Yeah.
But I did misspeak. It was Tonga Loa and JC Mateo that ate the moonsault. Where it almost like completely missed JC Mateo, and Tonga Loa just kind of stood there and took a leg to the face when Jacob Fatu came down. It's just like a few minutes just, I guess, was missing from this to have like a full, escalation to a conclusion.
I wonder, Survivor Series is in November. I wonder if they build up to yet another Samoan War Games.
It's probably going to be, right. It's going to be Roman J, Jimmy Jacob against Solo and JC Mateo, Tonga Loa, and Tala Tonga, because I think Tama Tonga might still be injured.
I think Tama's still out.
But then it's like, oh, if it's 5 on Solo's side, do we just get Sami Zayn back on the Roman side?
Yes, that is exactly what they do.
No, WWE, just do me a solid. Just
knowing them, knowing that
Zilla.
he works for TNA now, so more than likely, if they do the 5v5, Zilla Fatu is probably
Zilla just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like
why not
Rikishi's entire extended family in this fucking match.
Because we don't give a shit. WWE doesn't give a shit anyway these days, so why not? Just for fact.
I mean, they're calling JC Mateo Samoan. The man's from Guam. It's like
that's true.
It's just like any Pacific Islander is Samoan. The WWE.
Zilla specifically has like a tattoo of Umaga somewhere up here, so it's gonna be apparent real quick who this is.
Mm-hmm. So, because to my understanding, he has made an appearance on in August. Yeah, Zilla has in TNA, the Slammiversary pre-show, so he worked for them, and then he's working with Bully Ray on the House of Glory. So he's on the Indies, but he also has ties to TNA, which, given the family,
isn't he in Booker T's promotion?
He is in Booker T's promotion because he is trained by Booker T also.
Yes.
So I can see him showing up
he looks
as
like someone from Houston, so I get it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, maybe he is the fifth, just the working relationship between TNA and WWE. But I'm like, if Tala Tonga just also doesn't want to be involved for some reason, maybe he is injured, or he's just like, I could probably be doing something else. 4v4 is fine for me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this match, I just felt like it was missing some time from it. Maybe the production didn't help certain spots. So kind of a weird thing, because we know that Jacob can have good matches. So this just kind of felt like his weakest match so far in WWE. And I think it also just might be Solo. Like, Solos can be good in the ring, but like the guy's also kind of void of charisma at times.
I think Solo is really good at being goofy.
He's really good at being
a
goofy heel. But like that dynamic of like serial killer Jacob Fatu and goofy Solo Sikoa is like it's weird
great.
mix.
I love it. It's some shit out of Scream.
It really is. You want to talk about goofy shit though? This next match.
Yes.
I loved the entire 10 minutes of this match. It didn't need a minute more. It didn't need a minute less. Nope. These two guys did tribute in an incredible way on the 20th anniversary of the Custody of Dom match.
AJ and Dom.
AJ and Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio coming out with a mask. A pretty cool looking mask too. It's like a Rey Mysterio mask with like a Hannibal Lecter mouth. I dig it.
What was it that AJ Styles was saying? What was it that AJ Styles said on like the kickoff was like, Unk's gonna knock some sense into you or something like that. Like that's how you know that man's from the South.
Yeah. So he comes out, he's getting a huge response. Dominic Mysterio is on fire right now. Like the guy is doing the best work of his career, and he's still this young. It's insane. Then AJ Styles hits.
28 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy. He started working in this company when he was 8 years old. It's crazy.
Like 20-year veteran.
It's a 20. I think they even like joked that on commentary. He's like, he's been in this company for 20 years.
Yeah.
But then AJ Styles surprised me because I was expecting AJ to treat this like any other match. This man comes out with his son in the lowrider.
In a lowrider.
He is wearing like full Eddie Guerrero style tights and boots. And I'm like, no gloves. He's like full on like Eddie. I'm like, fuck yes.
AJ knows.
This man is playing mind games right now with Dominic Mysterio.
Understood the assignment this match.
He did. And these two guys look like they had so much fun in this match. I think that's the biggest thing. You can visibly tell like AJ is having the time of his life in this match.
AJ Styles sold out the Tokyo Dome. This is more important to him right now.
There are so many callbacks too to just Eddie. It's like it's the person who I would least expect to do like an Eddie Guerrero tribute this well was AJ Styles. The guy has no history wrestling Eddie. He's from a completely different company during that time, but he did a perfect tribute to Eddie Guerrero. They even did the chair spot. They even did the chair spot.
The chair around the table was insane. Like I was cracking up with that. I was like, this is kind of stuff you don't expect from AJ Styles because we've always viewed him as like one of these top, best wrestlers in the world. He's always serious, but when he does goofy shit like this, it is incredible.
Because like the thing is,
because it's not
AJ Styles, like every wrestler who is alive or working around the time Eddie Guerrero was working, all of them had some sort of influence from him. Like CM Punk, Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, Chris Hero, all these dudes, all of them have something from Eddie Guerrero.
Let's not forget that like also when Eddie was like champion or something, he showed up in Ring of Honor like while being under contract with WWE for that one event. Like the guy went out of his way to like wrestle on the indies. It was
he had that triple threat with Rey Mysterio and CM Punk in IWA Mid-South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed up at IWA Mid-South. Yeah, it's like 2000.
Period, Eddie was out. Like 2002, I believe.
Like
yeah.
2002.
A fantastic match. AJ really working the submission holds this one. Calf crusher multiple times this match. Dom doing another Eddie thing. It loosens the boot. So while he's in the submission hold, AJ helps take the boot off. I mean, it's kind of bad. He's not really hiding that the boot's just coming off. He's actively like trying to unzip it. Yep. The boot comes off. I think if I remember correctly, he clonks AJ with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
To pick up the win. Really good finish. I mean, 10 minutes. These guys did a lot. Yeah. And just keeping the title on Dominic is a great idea. I mean, the guy's in AAA as like the biggest baby face down there, despite him being like this chicken shit heel up here.
And on top of that, like AAA has like their Triple Mania show, I believe, on August 13th. He's actually in the main event of that. Yeah.
Free on YouTube. But I might watch it. I might watch it. Like
I might watch it myself. To cover it.
Yeah.
We
need to start finding new things because with this thing going on next year, it's going to just be really hard for us to justify paying $30 each month for ESPN just to watch PLEs. Like
I'm gonna keep it so real with you. I'm not.
Yeah, I have a VPN installed on this computer right now.
I'm getting it.
I have a VPN on my computer. I want to watch it on my TV. Is the problem?
Yeah. But so I'll just hop in. I'll go up to some other countries. Netflix, just be like, there it is.
Netflix. There it is.
But yeah, Dominic, again, 28. This work ethic, this character work, just everything about this. He's gonna be a legend like his dad. Like it's the 30 years from now, we're gonna be talking how Dominic changed this fucking industry in a way.
He keeps saying he's the greatest Mysterio. He might be pretty damn close.
He might be. When did
you give him about 5 years, he will be, I think.
When did Ray start in WCW? He was like mid-20s around there too, right?
He was 21 years old.
The family's crazy. Like the family just has a wrestling sense. Like
yes, well, they're a wrestling family.
Yeah, because I mean, Ray's dad trained him, and of course, Dominic was trained probably by Ray and Eddie as he was growing up, maybe in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Ray Mysterio Jr.'s in the AAA Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
like he's wrestling dynasty.
I keep forgetting there's actual like wrestling dynasties.
Yes.
Yeah, Dominic he's just going to be a legend. I mean, he's future Hall of Famer. He's probably future Hall of Famer in AAA as well. If the working relationship, or I mean, they own it now, so he's more than likely going to be in 30 years. Like, hey, AAA, Dominic Mysterio. One of my favorite matches of AJ's so far too. The man just knew how to work this match.
I think eventually when Dominic turns face and he actually wins the AAA Mega Championship, I think he's going to win the AAA Mega Championship. But eventually that face one's going to be legendary. It really is. As long as they keep him in the same, as long as they keep him the same way he is right now, but make him, more endearing, his face one is going to be legendary.
What I would like is if this isn't just a WWE thing, because I think AEW doesn't really drives me up the wall. Show the other titles on the screen.
WWE, even if they own
the companies,
even if they own the company, it's going to be like, no. Like even like one of their tag teams is currently the AAA Tag Team Champions, and they just haven't been on TV at all.
Well, they've been in AAA, so like,
I think it's honestly just habit at this point. Like WWE's like, I know we own this other company, so technically those titles are ours, right? And they're just like,
you could just show off the titles, guys.
Can't be thinking like that, boys. This is WWE. There's no other wrestling companies.
Actually, Deca, they did, because I think it was like a SmackDown or two ago. They did have the AAA tag titles around the Garzas. Okay. And they had the open challenge, but that's when what's his name? Mr. Iguana and Psycho Clown showed up the challenge. Okay. Yeah, okay. They had the actual belts around them. Yeah, they had the actual belts with them for that.
Okay. Well,
this
all the more reason show
with
those titles
working
on TV.
With a working relationship with TNA and now ownership of AAA, there is no reason why Survivor Series can't be cross promotion matches anymore. Like, just literally just go like, here's TNA versus AAA versus WWE. Like, that changes the entire landscape of Survivor Series.
That's your forbidden door right there.
That's their forbidden door. Like,
that's your forbidden door.
I kept reading out Rey Mysterio while we were talking about this, and I forgot that he joined Masterpiece Stable in WCW. No Limit Soldiers, which is a batshit sentence in and of itself.
Oh, and by the way, he had his mask. Yeah, that was right after he lost his mask. Yeah, Gangsta Ray was the greatest. I love that.
No, for
Rey
sure.
Mysterio.
What the?
So if you want to know what Rey Mysterio looks like, go watch that period of WCW.
Oh god, dude, I was like looking. I brought up like Dominic Mysterio's Wikipedia, and for some reason I thought it was Ray, and I went to the professional wrestling career. And it was like early appearances and then 2019 to present. And I was like, did they just scrub Rey Mysterio's WCW history? Like, no. I was like, okay, no, it's okay. I was like, what the fuck? They're really erasing history out here. The main event.
Yes.
It was a match. I
liked it.
37 minutes. It had moments. I'm just like, weird street fight. It's like
I liked a lot of the more creative spots that they had in the match, where like John Cena holding Cody Rhodes and he goes up to Cody Vader. The
Cody Vader was pretty funny. Like they go fighting. So the setup is they're fighting each other underneath, and then Cena comes up with Cody out of the elevator. For a street fight, they do get into the crowd, which is nice. They hit somebody with one trash can, and then they take the suplex onto the metal gate, and then they're back in the ring. And I'm like, okay, cool. So at least we ventured into the crowd. That was okay. There are some table spots. Again, it's one of those things I'm like, I don't think WWE understands the intensity of street fight. Like, it doesn't have to be overly violent, but like, this just feels like a normal no DQ match. Like, they're not really trying to do anything more than what John Cena would do in a no DQ match. Like,
I do, however, want to point out a couple of things. One, they did have John Cena's babyface entrance in full finally. So
he's back to being full babyface. John Cena.
Babyface after he turned face randomly on SmackDown.
I didn't understand it at the time. I'm like, why are we putting him back to pure babyface? And then as the match was going, and I'm like, Cody is like how he's acting with John Cena when he keeps kicking out. I'm like, this is the Cody heel turn, isn't it? That's why they brought babyface Cena back. And I was like, no, they made Cena fucking babyface because fucking Brock Lesnar's back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like,
again,
oh my, The Rock disappeared. I wanted to see like the butterfly effect of what happens if The Rock shows up at Mania.
The Rock staying.
You get Travis Scott still.
If The Rock shows up,
actually kills Cody.
If The Rock shows up in the match where he was supposed to show up, like if any of the matches is the one where The Rock gets involved, it is this Mania match.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what the landscape's like. It's like the day one thing for WWE. If you guys have ever heard of that theory, it's like something happens where Roman is put into the match at day one, and it's like the butterfly effect leading to the tribal chief and everything because somebody didn't want to take part in that match, like or something like that.
COVID thing?
It was a COVID thing. So it's like somebody got COVID, or I think Roman got, it was either Roman got COVID or somebody else got COVID. And then that match took place and like changed the landscape entirely of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I think it was, Roman got put in, I think.
Yeah.
It was Lesnar. I think Lesnar got COVID, which is why they put.
Oh, yeah.
Lesnar got COVID, which is why they put Roman in that match. And that led directly to the tribal chief era.
The small domino to the big domino.
Yeah. I'll be the first to say, fuck this company for bringing Lesnar back. Like, just absolutely fuck this company for bringing him back.
You know,
the lawsuit is still going.
Oh, okay.
He is named in the lawsuit.
The amended lawsuit, by the way.
The amended lawsuit. They canceled the press conference after the event, probably knowing what this would have led to.
Well, I thought they put that out like ahead that they weren't going to do the post shows anymore.
Well, it's crazy because like during the whole thing, they're like, here, join these like 6 hosts or something for like the post show talk.
They have a post show.
They didn't do the press. They didn't do the press conference.
Press interview. Yeah.
Yeah. If I was Triple H, I wouldn't want to do one either after that. Like,
yeah,
because I know what's coming.
Yeah, because you know that's going to be the main focus of all the press asking them about this whole Lesnar situation, especially when you got this man who's still named in the lawsuit and has not been dropped, by the way. Yeah. WWE is really starting to show where their moral integrity is. It's in the toilet. You know, listen, and I'm just going to say this. I've been a Brock Lesnar fan for God knows how many years, you know, but there comes a time and point where, you know, your morals and principles got to come first in some places. Granted, you can't just have Brock Lesnar roll up on a pay-per-view like this, being in a lawsuit that is as serious as the one that is going on right now, because you are pretty much telling a good chunk of your audience, well, we kind of just don't give a shit about that. You know?
Well, to keep in mind, they also got rid of the... I want to say it was like someone in the administration right now, which is a bunch of monkeys as is, got rid of the federal probe against Vince McMahon. Like they terminated that.
Oh, we lost X.
We got X back.
think the storm's coming here. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, we're mine and X's area. We are forecasting like a nice little thunderstorm rolling in.
I
So
think the storm's rolling in.
yeah, it's just like I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I know the lawsuit is still going. He is still named in it. The universe almost tried to take Vince McMahon from us, and it just missed. So,
Well,
It's just-
we're also waiting to see if they're going to go to trial. They still haven't decided if they're going to go to trial yet.
So there's a lot
So-
still going on, but like Brock Lesnar has a stained name, regardless
Yes.
of how it looks.
Yes.
If he's
Regardless
innocent,
if he comes out clean, he still has a
if
stain.
he is found completely innocent of everything, like and anything of him like doing anything but knowing about it, he knew about it. Like that is
Yes.
still more than enough to say fuck him. It's the fact that
that's a lot of
Triple
people in the
H,
company.
it's the fact that Triple H is being so nonchalant about it. Like when he was asked about the Vince lawsuit, he like completely played it off and avoid answering the question. And I'm just like, TKO is going to realize that this may have repercussions. This on top of going to ESPN for more money each month from their customers, like I think we might start seeing them realize, fuck, we can't keep this fan base if we keep doing this shit.
I wouldn't be
Like-
surprised if their viewership goes down the toilet within the next year or so because TKO is just doing too many egregious things right now.
TKO
that are
is
very
trying.
anti-consumer.
I saw a post. TKO is trying to treat WWE like the UFC, but they're two entirely different things.
Yes.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to
It's
work.
not going to work at all.
So, yeah, babyface Cena, I guess, versus Lesnar is the next big marquee match in his retirement tour. If Cena wants it, fine. We have to fucking suffer through it as fans in this like shit situation, I suppose. It's just like what a good fucking night, and then this reveal.
Yes.
Like,
I get it. It's, you know, Cena's going through his greatest hits is what's going on. But
it's
yeah,
Cena going through his greatest hits. But the thing is, Cody's champion. The belt's out of the picture for that.
Yes, we're not
So
getting Lesnar with
We
the
did
title.
kind of gloss over. Cody does win this match,
Yes.
Yeah.
so he is now champion. Lesnar and Cena are in their own bubble in terms of this company now, and Cody is now back on top. So, big positive there. It's just
Yes.
fucking Lesnar.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I did forget Lesnar was implicated because I was like, "Why am I so upset about Brock Lesnar?" He's just
40
he's
something
off-
times
Yes.
mentioned,
Yes.
like as somebody
Yeah.
who knew shit, 40 something times in the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I did
And,
forget he was implicated, so that is on me. But
That's why he hasn't been back since Vince has been gone.
yes.
Like they kept him away from the company, and they're like, okay, if TKO cleared him, then they're like, okay, well, TKO cleared him, so they must be weighing, you know, the pros and cons here. And I'm like, you can't financially measure this kind of moral thing.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason Del Rio is probably gone from AAA now that WWE
Yes.
owns it. There's a reason Marty Scurll hasn't really been working since that. Jimmy Havoc, original in AEW, has fucking disappeared. Even Joey Ryan is trying to come back, and everybody's telling the company promoting him to fuck off. Like,
Yeah.
we as wrestling fans do not let these people back. Velveteen Dream has not come back to this company for a reason.
yes.
Like,
But
they
don't you just think
understand.
that's well, don't you think that's hypocritical on WWE's end to
It is.
bring Lesnar back? And if men named in this kind of lawsuit, but these other guys that they've had in their company, they're just not bringing them back at all. And let's not forget, what was that dude's name? Like Jack something. They was in NXT. He had something. He had charges like that too. Or he had accusations like that too, and he's gone. You
And
know,
I
'cause he
think
was in NXT.
It was one of the guys who was like
Jack
he was-
Gallagher. That's his name.
yeah. Oh yeah, Jack Gallagher.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he does bare knuckle boxing now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he does. I knew he did bare knuckle boxing. I didn't
man
realize
looks
he had
jacked.
allegations.
yeah, but it's like the thing is, a lot of these we're going to get into the thing. A lot of them are allegations. Some people have been cleared, but because of the taint of it, WWE and other companies have not brought them back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure with this Lesnar thing, this is Triple H being told by TKO, you need a big name to come back for Cena. Especially with Brock's relation to UFC and WWE. Like, this is the big cross promotion thing.
I think it's TKO and Triple H doing stuff for shock factor, you know, instead of just like long-term
That's
booking.
who.
I will say, this is probably a one and done situation of like, okay,
Cena's going to beat him.
Get the fuck
Cena's
out.
probably going to get his win back.
He's gone.
Yes.
Like, this was the guy who destroyed Cena in that match for like 15 minutes. I think they're going to let Cena get his big win back, and then he's going to retire.
And then Lesnar goes fucks back off to Alaska or something.
Yeah. It's just like I don't think it's worth it. But then I'm like, no, Cena's a Vince guy too. Like this, of
course he is.
Like all of these guys are fucking Vince guys. They're tight and they're a close knit group. I'm like, I'm actually not fucking surprised, especially with Tripp still running things.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be so funny though. Like, how does a company explain bringing back Brock if they did have AAA fire Del Rio and that loser leaves? Or his, like, if he loses the match, he leaves AAA. It's like, we know you fucked up. This guy also fucked up. We're going to bring him back.
Double standards. It's all boils down to.
Yeah.
It's pretty much who draws the money. And you can draw the money.
Who draws the money?
It's the thing is, like, who draws the money. Del Rio doesn't, Brock does. And I'm not going
to like dissuade them from that. They are a company. They're a business. They're fueled by capitalism. Whatever makes more money is always going to, the bottom line is always going to be the focus. Fuck what we think. Fuck the morality of it all. You know, it's money.
It does come with consequences though.
That's why they're still doing.
Fan base.
That's why they're still doing the Saudi shows. Like,
well,
it's just,
hang on a sec.
It's money. I want to read this excerpt from the SummerSlam wiki here at the end. Brock Lesnar then returned for the first time since SummerSlam in 2023, so 2 years, with a crowd-stunning reaction. Yeah, that's one way to describe it.
I am... So, right now, I am on Peacock. I'm actually unsubscribing from Peacock as we are doing this podcast.
Fantastic.
Just because it's not... There's nothing there that I would like.
Yeah, you just sign up with a new email every trial period, watch the PLE, and then delete the account. It's like,
watch repeat.
That's what I used to do. It's like, oh, cool. I'll just make a fake email. I'll sign up. I'll get the trial, and then I'll deactivate.
I'm just gonna pop off this VPN and call it a day. That's what I'm about to do.
To not end on a note of us just grilling WWE, even though they deserve it.
Yes.
I did look up, correcting myself, of the WWE Day One butterfly effect. Yes, it was supposed to be Lesnar Roman. Roman tested positive, which then led to like the 6-man match with Kevin Owens, Brock Lesnar, and everybody. What happened is that there was no longer a possibility for a unified championship match at WrestleMania 38 because they didn't have their title match that day. Cody Rhodes' path got delayed because the Roman stuff wasn't finished. So Roman's story took precedence over Cody's, which is why he won at WrestleMania. And then the SummerSlam was supposed to be Randy and Roman, but because of Orton's injury in the other storyline, because of Roman getting sick, that match never happened either. And Randy was injured from that other feud. So
amazing. It's
like a whole string of like Roman getting sick completely changed post 2022 WWE. That's what happens, right? You put all your eggs in one basket of a wrestler, and if something happens, it's like, it's the meme. It's just the, oh no, you know, that video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for as shit as day two's finish was, we had a great cash in on day one. We had amazing matches on day two. Cody's back to being top babyface, which is always a good thing. And
this stuff with Cena is going to be in its own little.
It's going to be in its own bubble. Overall, though, at the end of this SummerSlam, I think WWE has the titles on the right people.
Yes.
I think all the storylines right now are pretty good.
I will give him that.
I would like Jacob Fatu's story to be a little more, I guess.
I want to see what they're going to do, but only because they didn't really do a lot this pay-per-view.
Yeah. So overall, though, like the aftermath of this pay-per-view has the landscape looking pretty good. I will say that.
I just
they
want
got there eventually.
I want WWE to stop booking for shock factor and start booking for story like they did a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. That's all I want. You know, I want them to get back to where they were in 2022, where they were just in their bag. But you know, with recent times and what I've been seeing on television the last several months, I've kind of grown a little skeptical about it.
Yeah.
You know, I just wish they would just kind of go trace back to their roots, see what they did back then, and just kind of apply it to right now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's TKO meddling. I mean, they could say like, hey, TKO has no input over it, but I mean, they are the parent company.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, if they want something, it has to change. Like, if TKO wants something, they will probably get it. But yeah, the landscape is good. They got there eventually, as Deca said. The women's tag team is on a good team. The champions are who they should be. Naomi's still having a great title run. You know, Dominic's still having a great Intercontinental title run, and Becky's a top,
quite possibly
heel,
winning the AAA title,
and possibly win the AAA title. And you know, Becky's a great Intercontinental heel. We'll see who she feuds with next. I'm kind of digging, you know, Lyra versus Bayley as a potential feud leading to the next pay-per-view.
Yep.
But overall, I think WWE is good in where their roster is right now and who's who.
I think they're good despite themselves.
Yeah, it's just they keep shooting themselves in the foot. It feels like it's like you guys have this like great high. Oh, damn it. Like, and you blew it.
The next pay-per-view is
Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door.
I was going to say the next WWE one is going to be Clash in Paris.
I'm on the fence about that one. I'm on the fence about that one just because of like the time frame of it being live. So we'll figure it out the closer it gets.
Sure.
The next episode though is Forbidden Door.
Yes.
Which has no matches announced and I think has almost sold out their arena. So
they're back.
We're so every WWE pay-per-view, every AEW pay-per-view, we're so back.
We are so back.
They're back to selling tickets.
Never been more back.
To be fair, like even WWE, even the finishes of pay-per-views at WWE has that feeling sometimes of we're back.
Like night one.
Night one is like Seth Rollins cashes in. We're back.
We are so back. And then Brock Lesnar shows up and is like, oh, we're back.
And then Brock Lesnar's like, oh fuck, we're back. It's like yeah, it's like this weird back and forth with WWE, but like, you know, I always enjoy AEW's Forbidden Door. Storylines, fuck it. It's gonna be good wrestling. It's like there will be storylines, but for the most part, it's just people from different companies beating the shit out of each other. So, which I would love to just see them try for a Survival Series just once. But yeah, aside from that, we'll figure out a Clash in Paris. I know it shows at a weird time, so we'll figure out with that. But we have potentially that. We have Forbidden Door, and then we have All Out next month. So it's gonna be good. Which I'm actually happy about. Also, now thinking about it, they didn't do that thing where All Out and All In were like a weekend apart.
Yeah, that's a good change. Like
good change.
That was stupid.
That's a great change. It lets them flesh out that pay-per-view a little bit more. So
yeah, because it was just pay-per-view part one. It was pay-per-view part one and pay-per-view part two. It's just on a different weekend.
More All Out will be more of a standalone pay-per-view this time around, and I think I'm looking forward to it. I am.
Yeah. But as we just talk about now, as we get closer to the end of the year and next year with the changes for WWE, of course, the format of this show might change. We might not cover WWE events anymore. It all depends on how we're feeling about it. I mean, it is a financial thing to have these services for the most part. And, you know, who knows what we'll do, but just saying, you know, there may be changes in the future as we round into 2026. But as we start to think about those and formulate something, we will keep you viewers informed. So
I think we're gonna try to. I realistically, we're probably still gonna try to cover WWE stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to. My friend is probably going to get the service. I'm probably still going to go over there and watch it with him, so I'll be able to talk about them. But also, don't expect these guys to put $30 a month onto ESPN just to watch a wrestling pay-per-view for a podcast that we do.
I literally unsubscribed from Peacock during this episode, so no, it's not happening.
Yeah, so we'll keep you guys informed about that as things change and whatnot. But for now, I think that is it for SummerSlam.
Yep.
Does anybody else have anything you all want to add?
Nope, I'm good.
I'm fully good.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us here. We will see you guys at after Forbidden Door and maybe after Clash of Paris. We'll see. But we'll see you guys in the coming weeks. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you around.
Bye.